channel. Thank you for checking my channel. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. Ba ba bam bam.
Molweni, and welcome. This here. It's now not as painful as the first day. I hope everybody's okay. I hope everyone is doing alright. Yo guys, like, I started trying to shoot this video yesterday. Okay, this thing is super heavy. I think I'm just gonna sit in the car. Ew, I cannot deal with this.
Hey y'all, welcome to the channels of Nine Sisters. This house is crusty, man. How are you feeling in this house?
Show it like it is. Show it like it. This is not gonna work. Let me just take a video when I get home. And I thought I was just going to talk about what I was feeling and what I was thinking at the moment, and I just had a flood of things coming all at once, and I just wasn't making sense. So I just thought, let me breathe, let me do it again. So I'm just gonna flow with it. So like I said, I'm at home this week, which is like the 23rd of February, and now I've been here for like 6 days. I miss my husband. But anyways, you know, when you're at home, you have those memories of how you grew up, of how life was, and all that stuff. So I want to talk about a few things that are on my mind right now. Okay, so when I see like my family today, you know, like our lives and where we've been through and where we're coming from, I really see like the grace of God. And sometimes we want more and more and more, and you don't even realize that the things that you wanted previously, you have them, but because the moment you have what you want, you start asking for more. Like you want more, you want more, you want more. You know, instead, I remember there was a time we couldn't afford clothes. You know, there was a time we couldn't afford sneakers, we couldn't afford sportswear at school. For instance, there was I remember the time my dad went to Botswana, and he came back, and they bought this bale. They call them bales. I don't know if that's the correct term that everybody knows, but they call them bales. These huge sacks of clothes usually from Mozambique, the United States, and all that, and then you sell them. So in one of those bags there was like the hipsters, you know, the hipster pants. I remember how excited I was to get those pants. We got other things like jackets, you know, jackets, tops, but I was most excited about the hipster. Why? Because they had been in fashion for a while, and I couldn't afford to get them. I always have this idea that I'll get them. You know, when you see other kids wearing them and you're thinking, oh, why don't you just give me? It's clear you can afford. Just why can't just God speak to you and give me? You know, you have I know I'm not the only one thinking who has ever thought that. But yeah. So when we got when I got those hipsters, I was so excited. I could not wait for Civis Day. Then Civis Day comes, and We were so excited. I was so confident. I was on level. You know, when you just leave the house and you're meeting a few people, you haven't met your challenge, you haven't met your mates. You're still okay, you still feel confident and all that about what you're wearing. The moment you see other schoolmates, classmates, you feel like, what am I wearing? You start to see how gray your clothes are. They're not black anymore. They're not the original color anymore. And you're thinking, I'm almost to school. Even if I go back and say, let me go and what am I changing to? What am I going to wear? And you start feeling so bad. I should have just worn that my skirt. You know, you start feeling out of place because everybody now is on a new fashion trend. Everybody was now on jeans. Like, jeans were in fashion, where you wear, it's either you wear your jean and a t-shirt, or you wear a jean top what jean top and a jean bottom. And you start feeling like, oh my god, and everybody's looking at you like, I now that I think about it, I just think it was just in my head that everybody's thinking, who's wearing hipsters in this season, you know? I don't know, but yeah, that's how I felt then. And that was our life. We couldn't afford clothes. We could only afford clothes when they were out of season, when they were out of fashion. That's the only time we could get those clothes. That was brutal. That was like the worst thing ever to experience. And then you spend the whole day hiding. You don't want to get up and answer a question. You don't want to go to the bathroom. During break time, you're walking, you make sure you're in the middle of a crowd. You don't want to be seen. You know, it is just something else. And then another instance was when we could now, or the time we got jeans. That was 2000 of which the hipster instance was 2000. And the way we got those jeans was, so at our church we have a savings program where we, you save money for yourself and then you get it at the end of the year, then you do whatever you want to do with it. So I did that with sell sweets, what, and then and then I managed to raise 150. I still remember it was 150, which was a lot of money. 2006, it was a lot of money. And I bought myself jean pants, like jean trousers and a jean jacket. I was over them. The excitement was crazy. I was so excited about it. Again, I could not wait for Service Day. Service Day came and I'm wearing my jeans, and the jeans used to be like it's the bootleg, the flare leg or whatever you call it. So I'm wearing those jeans, I'm feeling myself, and oh my gosh. We get to school and I'm like, oh my god. What? So every time we got clothes, it was out of fashion clothes. So to us, they meant a lot every time, until we go out there and see, okay, actually. So yeah, that was the kind of life that we lived. And yeah, and then another thing that I just thought of now, oh gosh, was, so in primary we used to wear like black shoes, huh? brown shoes, and we could not afford taffies, like just simple normal taffy. Not, we couldn't. And the way we desired, the way I longed and wished to have a taffy shoe. Actually, I think I should do a taffy's drive and donations here. So finally, the parents managed to raise money and they bought us toffees. Oh, you should have seen us. We would walk, though every time a teacher needed to send somebody, I would volunteer. I was just everywhere. Like the confidence was just, never mind the fact that we didn't have tunics, sportswear, sneakers, shorts. The fact that we had toffees, it just covered that up for a while. And then 3 months later, we get moved to a whole country. And guess what? They wore black shoes, and we still couldn't afford to buy a new pair. Like, even I think even if we could afford, because they were our first pair and they were still new, we'd use them for 3 months. They were still new. So the fact of like, we struggled to get the shoes, and now we're just going to change and buy new ones. So we just don't know. Plan B. So my dad helped us, and we burnt black polish on them using a candle. Oh my god. And it worked. It worked for a while. And would make sure, when it looks burnt, and then you leave it to cool, then you add again polish and you burn. And then we even put in the fridge, you put in the warmer drawer, you put in the fridge, you put in the warmer, put in the fridge until the shoe is smooth. And then so you just have to make sure you polish them every day, you shine them, not rough because the polish will come off. And we shine them, and so we had black shoes and we were good. Then one day after school, it was on a Friday, and we're chilling by our kitchen, and we had friends. One of my classmate was my neighbor. We lived in the same circle, and he's like, so he was just chilling outside playing with us. So I was still in my school shoes, but I think I was wearing a dress. And then I hear him go, Paige, your shoes are brown. And I'm like, no. Looking down, I'm like, but I was not going to admit. I was not about to say yes. I think he was very mature, because normally he's such a douchebag. But he was so different that day after he realized that I was not, like, I was, something just crashed me or something. He sort of like completely changed the topic, and he didn't laugh as usual. I expected him to laugh, to talk about it at school, but nothing. He just was, he wasn't like, oh, okay. He just went, keep quiet. And I can't remember what happened after that, but man, that's about it. So now when I see how hard I'm getting emotional. When I see how hard my parents have worked. Oh no, come on. No, let's pause. Okay. When I see how hard our parents have worked for us, and 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 now we can afford to get our hair done, we can afford to buy sneakers. It's crazy for me to look at my wardrobe and see it packed with clothes. Because I know where we're coming from, where you'd only have one t-shirt and funny short or skirt, and then you have these lacy dresses, these giveaways. In fact, I did not have a wardrobe, my own drawer growing up. My brother and I and my siblings would all share one drawer. In fact, we didn't even have, it's only a few homes where we had our own shelves and all that, but all our clothes were in our parents' room. That's how tiny it was. Guys, it was so bad. When we move, we have to look for a truck. So that's what I was just thinking about, being home, So yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Come on guys, help me grow. Please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Please. Thank you, Mrs. M.